Welcome back, the followers of Stoic wisdom by Zeno. You've been sold a lie. The world told you that the more you chase, the more she'll come running. The more you beg, the more you'll get. The more you put her on a pedestal, the more she'll worship you. But who fed you that lie? Stop it. It's time to wake up. You've been deceived. This isn't the way of the strong. This isn't how men who rise above the crowd live. This is not how you dominate your life, your relationships, or your destiny. When you chase, you lower your value. You become invisible, nothing but a shadow in her eyes. The truth is dark, but it's real. A man who chases is a man who loses. And you're better than that. You're more than that. So affirm with me right now. Say this out loud. I will never chase again. Say it again. Mean it this time. You are done with that weak, desperate behavior. Stay with me. We're not done yet. Wake up. The power to change everything is in your hands. Who told you that story? Who told you that you have to beg for attention? Cut the nonsense. It's time to rise. The man you were doesn't exist anymore. That version of you is dead. What remains is a stronger, wiser, more powerful version. A man who understands the game. A man who plays by his own rules. This is the moment you stop living for her and start living for yourself. This is the moment you understand the Stoic truth, that your happiness and peace of mind do not come from her or anyone else. You are the master of your emotions. Don't let anyone or anything steal your power. You are in control. Say it with me now. I am the master of my emotions. Now, speak this truth with me. Say it like you mean it. I don't chase. I don't beg. I am a man of power. Say it once more and make it real. I control my fate. I hold the cards. I am the prize. Let's talk about why. Let's talk about why this works. You've been taught that love and attention are earned by giving more, that you win her heart by giving up your own. But that's a trap. The more you give, the more she takes, and the less you become. You see, this isn't love. It's control. It's manipulation. You think she's the one pulling the strings? No, you are. You are the puppet master in this story. Imagine you're a lion, a king of the jungle, and every time you roar, you give away your strength. You wear yourself out chasing every animal, begging them to respect you. But the truth is, the lion doesn't chase. The lion doesn't beg. The lion sits on his throne, waiting for the world to come to him. The lion commands respect. That's you now. You've been running after her, but you've got it all wrong. The Stoics taught us that true power lies in emotional detachment. It lies in control over your desires, the ones that control you. When you let go of your attachment to her, when you stop needing her validation, you become unstoppable. You become the very force that draws her back. Because what she wants is a man who doesn't need her. What she wants is a man who is whole on his own. Hold on to this. Don't let go. You are not a beggar, not a servant, not a slave to her approval. You are the king of your own life. Now rise up, reclaim your throne, and let her come crawling back to you. This is just the beginning. We haven't finished yet. You've only just started. The truth is right here, in front of you. Take it. The way forward is clear, and now you know it. Enough is enough. Let's break free now. The power you've been searching for was within you all along. You are more than they've told you. You are more than she ever imagined. So here's what you need to do next. Stand tall. Be the lion. Play your cards with strength, confidence, and detachment. Watch how everything changes. This is your time. You're unstoppable. If you're ready to take control of your life, understand the true power of Stoicism, and become the man you were always meant to be. Hit that like button and subscribe to Stoic Wisdom by Zeno. Don't just watch. Act now. Your journey starts here. Number 1. Leverage the scarcity principle with intentional absence. Disappear to reappear. How the scarcity principle makes her want you more. Stop for a second. Who told you that being available all the time would win her back? Who fed you that lie? Stop it. It's time to wake up. Look around. You've been playing by the wrong rules. Stop showing up. Stop chasing her. And stop making her feel like you're desperate to keep her around. It's time to take control, to rewrite your own story. The truth, you need to disappear to reappear. So let's break this down, piece by piece. Why does absence make her want you back? Think of it this way. Nothing has value when it's too easy to get. Imagine walking into a store, seeing something you want, and then realizing it's on sale, marked down 80% off. Instantly, the value of that item drops, doesn't it? But if you're walking through that store and see something behind glass, locked away, you start wondering, why can't I have it? What's so special about that one thing behind the glass that I can't touch? Now, apply this principle to your relationship. When you make yourself too available, she stops seeing you as a valuable commodity. You become like the discount item that's always there, always on sale. But when you withdraw, when you become scarce, something magical happens. You become desirable again. She wants what she can't have. But wait, I can already hear the questions popping up in your head. But what if she thinks I don't care anymore? What if she thinks I'm giving up on her? What if she just moves on? Let me tell you something. Your absence doesn't say you don't care. It says you value yourself. It says you have your own life, your own goals, and your own peace to protect. You are not her emotional backup plan. Think about this. Why is it that the person who acts indifferent, who doesn't chase or cling, often gets the attention? It's not a coincidence. This is the power of scarcity in action. When you remove your presence, you force her to feel your absence. It's a psychological game. You're not being cruel. You're just playing by the laws of human nature. Here's what you need to understand. Scarcity makes people want what they don't have. Just like a rare collectible, you become more valuable when you're not around all the time. In fact, your absence will often make her feel an emptiness she wasn't expecting. You become the missing piece, the thing that completes the puzzle she didn't even know was incomplete. And let's be clear about something else. This isn't about playing games. This is about leveraging a principle of human psychology. It's about taking back control of your life, not bending to someone else's whims. You are not her emotional safety net. You are the one who decides when to appear and when to disappear. Now, let's talk Stoicism. One of the core tenets of Stoic philosophy is the idea of self-sufficiency. The Stoics believed that to achieve true freedom, you must free yourself from the need for external validation, including the validation from someone else's attention. So, when you remove yourself, when you stop seeking her approval, you take back your own power. You stop depending on her to feel whole. You see, it's the absence of something valuable that causes people to feel its absence. A philosopher once said, "The less you care, the more they'll care." This is the paradox that makes the scarcity principle so powerful. When you stop putting all your energy into someone, they start noticing your absence, and suddenly they begin to feel the void you've left behind. But how do you make it work practically? It's simple, but it's not easy. When you've been the guy who's always available, the guy who answers every text in seconds, always jumps when she needs something, it's going to be uncomfortable to change that behavior. But you have to start with one simple truth. Your time is valuable. It's your time, your life, your energy. Don't waste it on someone who's not appreciating it. When she pulls away, don't chase. Give her space. Let her feel the absence. Don't bombard her with messages. Don't ask her what's going on. Let her wonder. Let her feel uncertain. Let her feel the weight of not having you there anymore. With your absence comes the realization that you are no longer just an option for her. You're now a luxury. You're rare. You're valuable. If you do this right, something shifts inside her. She'll start to wonder if she's losing you, and that's when she'll start coming after you. But here's the kicker. When she does, you have to remain calm, poised, and in control. You've already proved that you're not desperate, and you don't need her. You're in control of your own life. This isn't manipulation. This is you being the man who understands the value of his own time and presence. You're the hero of your own story. You're not going to be the one constantly chasing her, desperately hoping she'll come around. You will let her chase you. And when she does, you'll still be the man who isn't emotionally swayed by her presence, because you've already learned to stand on your own. Here's the bottom line. Your value isn't tied to how much she wants you. Your value comes from how much you value yourself. And when you understand that, when you finally wake up to the fact that you are the one who gets to decide your worth, you'll begin to see the truth for what it is. Your absence isn't a loss. It's an opportunity. So, stop being the guy who's always available. Step back. Create a little space. Let her feel the void. And as she does, she'll come crawling back, not because you've begged for her attention, but because you've made her see that you're the one thing she cannot afford to lose. Now, say this with me. I am valuable. I control my life. My time is my own. And I am more than enough. Hold on to this. Don't let go. This is just the beginning. We haven't finished yet. You're only just starting. Stay with me. Don't let them dictate your reality. Enough is enough. Break free now. You are the power in this moment. Believe it. You're unstoppable. Take it. If this resonates with you, like the video, and don't forget to subscribe to Stoic Wisdom by Zeno. The truth is right here. Take it. 2, master the alpha male energy of quiet confidence. Stop chasing, start leading. Own your power, and she'll follow. Who told you that you need to beg for her attention? Who fed you that lie that if you just give more, chase harder, or prove yourself over and over again, she will finally see your worth? Stop it. It's time to wake up. You don't have to keep running after her, chasing her validation, or begging for a moment of her affection. This isn't a game of submission or desperation. It's about mastering yourself. It's about embodying the kind of power that makes her realize that you are the prize, the one worth fighting for. So, say it with me now. I am the one who holds the power. Say it again. I am the one who is in control. Stay with me, because we're about to flip the script. We're not done yet. We haven't finished. This is just the beginning. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably asking yourself, what if I do this and she doesn't care? What if this doesn't work? But the real question is, who told you that you need her to care? You've been taught to think that you're incomplete without her. That's the story they've been feeding you. Cut the nonsense. It's time to rise, not because you need her approval, but because you are strong enough to stand on your own. You see, the secret to mastering alpha energy isn't about flexing, boasting, or showing off. It's about quiet confidence. It's about being the kind of man who doesn't need validation. Like a mountain that stands tall, unmoved by the wind or rain, you must become a silent force. You are the calm in the storm, the unshakable center of your own universe. Think about the ancient Stoic philosophy. Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. The world will throw challenges at you, disappointments, failures, betrayals, but the power lies in how you choose to respond. You must choose to respond with silence, control, and wisdom, not desperation. When you stop reacting to her emotions, when you stop feeling the need to chase her or prove yourself, you start operating at a higher level. You stop being a puppet to your emotions. Instead, you become the master of your own energy. So, let's cut through the nonsense for a second. Who told you that alpha energy means being loud, arrogant, or demanding? That's not true power. True power is being the man who walks into a room and owns it, not with words, but with the energy he brings. A real alpha doesn't need to scream his value from the rooftops. He lets his actions speak for themselves. Think about James Bond. The man is calm, composed, and in control. He doesn't beg for anyone's attention. Women throw themselves at him not because of what he says or does, but because of the way he carries himself. His confidence comes from knowing that he's a man of worth, regardless of external validation. But what if, in the back of your mind, you're wondering if you're truly worthy of this level of confidence? Who told you that you weren't enough? Stop. Stop letting them dictate your reality. The truth is, you are more than they've told you. You are powerful beyond measure. You have a strength inside you that is waiting to be unleashed. It's time to stop seeking approval and start leading your own life. When you begin to master your emotions, you gain the ability to command the respect of others, especially her. Think about it like this. The lion doesn't roar to prove he's strong. He simply is strong. He doesn't need to chase anyone. He's the one who sets the rules of the jungle. When you stop running after her, stop trying to fit into her world and start building your own, she will begin to feel the pull of your gravity. She will notice the change, the fact that you've leveled up. Now, I know this may feel difficult at first. The world tells you to prove your worth, to always be on and constantly seek validation. But let me tell you something important. Being in a state of constant seeking only signals one thing. You don't believe in your own worth. If you don't believe in yourself, how can you expect her to? So, say it with me, loud and clear. I am worthy. And when you say it, don't just say it. Feel it. Embody it. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, taught us that our inner state is our greatest possession. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. When you let go of the need to control her reactions or chase her attention, you finally gain the power to control your own life. This is where your true strength lies, in your ability to remain unmoved, regardless of the external chaos. This is your moment to step into your true power. This isn't about arrogance, it's about self-assuredness. It's about owning your space, your time, your life. The truth is right here, take it. When you stop chasing her, she will begin to feel the shift. The magnetism you've been seeking. It comes from within you, from your calm energy, your ability to be self-sufficient and emotionally independent. You are the storm that never rises, and she will be drawn to the peace you exude. Stop chasing. Start leading. You are unstoppable. No more waiting for her to make up her mind. She will come back crawling to you, not because you've chased her, but because you've mastered yourself. You've built a life of such meaning and power that she can't help but be drawn back into your orbit. If this is resonating with you, don't hesitate. Like this video, subscribe to Stoic Wisdom by Zeno, and let's keep building this momentum. This is your time. Now, take it. Number 3. Control the narrative with strategic silence. Silence is your weapon, mastering the art of control. There's power in silence. It's the weapon that many overlook, but it's the one that demands the most respect when wielded correctly. You see, the truth is this. Most people don't know how to stay quiet when things get tough. They panic. They try to fix. They try to speak their way out of the situation. But who fed you that lie? Stop it. It's time to wake up. The moment you speak is the moment you lose control. But when you stay silent, when you hold your ground, you take the reins. Strategic silence is not weakness, it is control. Let me ask you a question. How many times have you chased after someone, trying to fix things with words? You texted, called, tried to explain yourself, tried to make her understand. You tried to show her how much you cared, how much you wanted things to work. But where did that get you? The more you spoke, the more you pushed her away. Why? Because people don't value what they can have at all times. People don't chase what's easy to get. Silence isn't just absence. It's a message. It says, I don't need you to feel whole. I'm fine without you. So, say it again. Stay with me. We're not done yet. The silence you hold is more than just words you aren't speaking. It's an energy, a space, a kind of invisible force that pulls her in. The moment you stop chasing her, the moment you stop making yourself available all the time, she starts to feel something shift. Now, speak this truth with me. The first step to mastering this technique is understanding why silence works in the first place. You see, silence is the ultimate power move in both dark psychology and Stoicism. In the world of dark psychology, silence has a very specific effect. It creates a void that the mind can't resist filling. This is the principle of psychological discomfort. Imagine for a moment that you've been a constant presence in her life, always texting, always showing up, always waiting for a response. Then, one day, you stop. You don't send that message. You don't reach out. You let the silence sit between you. Now, for the first time, she has to deal with the emptiness. And this is where things get interesting. When people are confronted with voids, spaces where something is missing, they feel the need to fill them. And what do they fill them with? Thoughts, doubt, curiosity, and fear. This is what you need to realize. The moment you stop speaking is the moment she starts thinking. She starts wondering if she made a mistake. She starts questioning everything she's been doing. Did I mess up? Does he not care anymore? Is he moving on without me? And as she cycles through these thoughts, she becomes obsessed with filling the silence you've created. She will try to break it, but it's too late. Your silence has already planted the seed. Now, don't be fooled. This is not about being cold or unfeeling. This is about strategic emotional control. Stoicism teaches us that our emotions are ours to command, not to be dictated by others. Don't give her your power. If you're chasing, if you're constantly offering explanations or asking for answers, you're giving her that power. You're allowing her to dictate the course of the relationship, and that's a mistake. No one should have that kind of control over you. Cut the nonsense. It's time to rise. Silence isn't about being passive. It's about being deliberate. When you stop chasing, when you stop filling the silence with your need for validation, you send a message louder than any words could ever say. You are in control of your own emotions. You don't need her to complete you, validate you, or make you feel worthy. You've already made that choice for yourself. And in that moment, you become unstoppable. This isn't an easy truth to accept, I know, but stay with me. We're not done yet. You've been told so many lies about what it means to care, to love, to fight for a relationship. You've been told that you have to constantly express yourself, to beg, to plead. Who told you that story? This is your life, and you are the writer of your own narrative. Silence is your pen. Now, let's take this one step further. When you master the art of silence, you're no longer waiting for her to make the first move. You've already moved on, in a sense. Your life no longer revolves around her. You no longer need her to feel complete. And that's when something truly powerful happens. She starts coming to you. She doesn't come back crawling to you because you begged her or pleaded with her. Number. She comes back crawling because she feels your absence. She realizes the void you left behind, and it haunts her. This is where Stoicism plays a powerful role in your transformation. It's about detachment. Stoic philosophy teaches us that we are not tied to external outcomes. We are not tied to people, possessions, or events. Our power lies in our ability to detach from everything that is outside our control and focus inward. And the more you detach, the more others will want to connect. Your silence is the test she never saw coming. Will she come to you, or will she stay away? Either way, you've already won, because you've freed yourself. So say it once more and make it real. You are the master of your own life. Your silence isn't a surrender. It's a declaration of your independence. It's a proclamation that you will not be dictated by anyone else's whims. Your life is yours to control, and the more you live by this truth, the more she will be drawn to the man you've become. This is just the beginning. We haven't finished yet. Your journey of emotional mastery is only starting. And in the end, when she comes crawling back, you'll have one final choice to make. Will you welcome her back, or will you move on to greater things? Because you are unstoppable. And the truth is right here. Take it. Number 4. Use the power of indifference. Let her think you don't care and watch her come running back. Let's get this clear right from the start. You've been told a lie. You've been fed a story that if you care less, you'll lose her forever. But who told you that nonsense? Who gave you that story to believe? It's time to stop playing by the rules that make you weak. You need to rise now and take control. Let's break free from the chains of neediness and desperation. I'll tell you this truth, and I want you to believe it. Indifference is your power, your secret weapon. The truth is right here. Take it. Indifference isn't about not caring. It's about choosing not to let her have control over your emotions. Let that sink in. If you don't care whether she stays or goes, then guess what? You've become a force of nature she can't ignore. She might have been the center of your world before, but now, you're the one who decides. No more waiting, no more wondering. You are more than she's told you. You are more than this game. You're the one who writes the rules now. So, what does it mean to be indifferent? How does that work exactly? Let's be honest. When you care too much, when you try to win her back by being emotionally available, she feels your desperation. She knows. She senses it. And that's the exact moment when you start losing her. Desperation is the quickest way to drive someone away because you've put her in control of your emotional state. But when you stop caring so much, when you stop playing the please don't leave me game, you shift the power. That's when she starts wondering about you. That's when she begins to feel the void of your absence. Don't let them lie to you about love and relationships. Who told you that you had to beg for love? Who told you that you had to be emotionally available at all costs? Cut the nonsense. It's time to wake up. The truth is that when you detach from her emotionally, when you stop seeking validation from her, something incredible happens. She starts seeking you out. Why? Because she sees you as the one who doesn't need her, the man who has everything and yet chooses to share it with her. There's nothing more attractive than a man who doesn't chase, because he knows he's already enough. And now, you may be asking yourself, but what if I let her slip away? What if she thinks I don't care at all? Stop. Cut the fear right now. You've been trapped by the illusion that emotional investment equals love. It doesn't. Love is not about drowning in your feelings for someone. It's about self-mastery, knowing your worth, and being willing to let go when it's necessary. The Stoics taught us this with their timeless wisdom. It is not events that disturb us, but our judgments about them. In other words, it's not her actions that matter, it's how you respond to them. And right now, you can choose to respond with emotional indifference. You can choose to not let her define your reality. Still doubting? Let me give you a metaphor. Imagine you're holding a bird in your hand. If you grip it too tightly, it struggles, it panics, it tries to escape. But if you hold it lightly, with no pressure, it remains calm, even choosing to stay. When you hold your emotions tightly around her, she can feel the pressure. But when you become indifferent, when you stop chasing, you're letting her be free. And that freedom makes her realize that you are the one who can't be controlled, and she'll come back to you on her own terms. Now speak this truth with me, loud and clear. You have control over your emotions. You decide how much power you give her over your peace. You are not her emotional puppet. You are the one who writes your own story. The moment you let go of the need to be emotionally attached, you step into your power. Now say it again. You are the power in this moment. The more you practice indifference, the more you become a force that draws her in. You're like the calm in the storm, the man who can't be swayed by anyone's whims. And that's what she wants. Don't let her control you. Wake up, rise up, and start living your truth. So, what are you waiting for? Stop making her the center of your universe. Live for you. And if you want more of this powerful wisdom, hit that like button and subscribe to Stoic Wisdom by Zeno. This is just the beginning. Your journey has only started. Now, go make her chase. Number 5. Embrace the hero's journey. Mentally step into the arena and become the hero of your own story. You've been living in a story where you're the sidekick, waiting for her to come around, for her to see your worth. But who fed you that lie? Who told you that you were born to wait on the sidelines? Stop it. It's time to wake up. You are not the second-rate character in this story. You are the hero. But heroes aren't born out of desperation. They're forged through fire, through hardship, and through the battles that shape them into something greater. So, let's stop pretending that you need her to validate your journey. You don't. You're the creator of your own path, and the sooner you realize that, the sooner she'll start coming back to you, crawling, because the power you're about to unleash will be too much for her to ignore. So affirm with me right now, this is your time. Say it out loud. I am the hero of my own story. Stay with me. This isn't just some motivational nonsense. This is the reality of the life you are meant to lead. Stop hiding in the shadows and step into the arena. The world is waiting for you, and so is she. But only when you own your power will she see you as the man she can't walk away from. You know what the problem is. You've been living like you're dependent on her for your happiness, your self-worth, your sense of completion. Cut the nonsense. Your happiness doesn't live in her eyes or in the shape of her love. It lives in your ability to create value for yourself, regardless of whether she's there to witness it. So let me ask you, what does a hero do? A hero doesn't wait for permission. He doesn't beg for affection. He doesn't sit around hoping for someone to choose him. He goes out and creates his own legacy. And let me tell you this, if you're waiting for her to choose you, then you're already missing the point. This is where Stoicism comes in. The Stoics believed that your inner world controls your external world. The more you anchor yourself in your own purpose, the more you radiate a power that she can't ignore. Imagine you're on a journey of personal growth, where every obstacle is an opportunity to refine your character. Just like in every great myth, the hero encounters trials, doubts, and struggles, but those struggles are what make him unforgettable. Now you're thinking, but what if she's already moved on? Stop. Cut the nonsense. Your hero's journey isn't about her. It's about you rising above her and everyone else's expectations. Sure, she might move on for a while, but let me remind you of something. No one ever forgets a true hero. The greatest heroes were often the ones who were left behind, misunderstood, and even abandoned. Yet they rose from their own ashes and became something more powerful than anyone could have imagined. You want to know the truth? The truth is, she doesn't want a man who needs her. She wants a man who knows he's the prize. And the only way you'll be that man is if you stop playing the role of the supporting character in her life. Step into your own spotlight. Focus on your own growth, physically, mentally, emotionally. Become the kind of man who doesn't need validation from anyone because his power comes from within. You are your own hero. This is where you break free from the chains of dependency. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You don't need her to complete your story. You complete yourself. A hero's worth isn't defined by who's beside him, but by what he's done with the time and power he has. You've only just started your journey. You're just beginning to realize the strength that's been waiting within you all along. Hold on to that strength. Don't let go. The more you build your life, the more she will realize that she's no longer the center of your world, and that will make her wonder whether she made the right choice walking away. Let me be clear. This is your time. When you embrace your inner hero, she won't be able to resist coming back. Not out of desperation, but because she sees the man you've become. She sees the power you possess, the confidence you radiate, and the strength you embody. And that's something she'll never find in anyone else. But here's the real question. Will you step into that role, or will you keep waiting for someone else to define who you are? Believe it. You're unstoppable. You are the hero of your own story. And this is just the beginning. You've only just started. Don't let them dictate your reality. Enough is enough. Let's break free now. No more waiting. Act now. The truth is right here. Take it. If this resonated with you, if you're ready to take that first step, then hit that like button and subscribe to Stoic Wisdom by Zeno. This is your journey. Don't let anyone stand in the way of your rise.